multiple MS,
multiple sclerosis.
The debilitating chronic disease of the central nervous system, it's no longer considered to mainly impact white women. In fact, more and more black women are now being diagnosed with it, specifically black women.
Multiple sclerosis is a life-changing diagnosis. And essentially, what MS is a disease where the immune system attacks the central nervous system, including the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves to the eye, and it results in a variety of symptoms.
I'm Velvet Morgan Smith. I'm from Dayton, Ohio, and I was diagnosed with MS in January of 2015.
I'm Danique. I have been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I found out I was diagnosed in March of 2021.
My name is Lekeisha Grant, and I was diagnosed with MS formally in July of 2012.
Hi, my name is Martina Adams. I am 34, and I was diagnosed in December of 21.
My name is Crystal Resprace. I am diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I found out I had MS 2011.
I was officially diagnosed in 2018. I say officially because I kind of had an idea that's what it was, and I don't know, it might have been 2010 maybe.
My name is Amber, and I was diagnosed with MS in 2019.
The only definitive way to find out if you have MS is to get a spinal tap. I woke up one day and it was early in the morning. I was on the phone that morning and I kept trying to text at first. I was trying to text and I couldn't text. I'm like, dang, I can't text. What the heck is going on, right? So I was like, man, okay. So I got on the phone with one of my friends and I said, do I sound weird to you? And she was like, girl, you tripping. You just woke up. I'll call you back later, so it was that type of thing. I'm like, all right, I'll be tripping. I was like, okay. So I went to the mirror. I'm looking at my tongue, like, is my tongue, did it swell up, or something? So I had smell, and I went to smell like regular, and my smell, instead of being regular, it was like, went to the side, and I was like, oop. I was like, okay. I said, what if I'm having a stroke? So now my mom, she had stroke. So I already knew, I'm like, okay, look, I know that if I go to the doctor right now, they can give me something to stop the stroke and I won't have like no long-term effects. I had a little dog. I went over my mom's house. I said, Mom, I need you to watch coffee. I said, I'm about to go. She said, well, where you going? I said, I'm going to the hospital real quick. I was like, I'll be back. She was like, no, well, I need to go with you. I was like, no, it's okay. I can go by myself. I'll be back probably in a couple hours. Get this checked out. So went to the doctor. I told him what was going on. I'm like, listen, I need you to go ahead and give me this medicine for a stroke because I know you can give it to me within so many minutes. It can reverse, anything that's going on. And so, well, we really need to check you make sure that's it because you're young and that might not be what it is. I said, I know that's what it is. I'm probably having a stroke. My mom had them in the past. I'm in the emergency room for like an hour and a half. And now I'm crying because I'm like, y'all missing the time. Now I'm going to have to be stuck with my smell like this. I'm not going to be able to, that's because I'm thinking I had this stroke, right? I wasn't even thinking the whole MS situation. Did the MRI. They knew it wasn't a stroke. So they were like, it wasn't a stroke. We need to keep you, blah, blah, blah. So they kept me. I was in the hospital for maybe a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks or so. So it did come back that I had an exasperation. It was like, oh, it's multiple sclerosis. After I found out that's what it was, that's just what it was. And they let me go home. I went on and went home. I probably couldn't walk for about, I don't know. I had trouble walking for about a month, I guess. And even I couldn't write my name. I couldn't do a lot of stuff. And it was just, that was difficult because like I said, I do teach at a high school. So it was just, I'm like, dang, I'm not going back to work with a cane. I'm not about to go with a walker. I'm not doing that. That's just what I was thinking. Like, I'm not doing that stuff. So either this walking going to have to correct itself or I don't know. So, it did correct itself, clearly. But it was a process. And, now it's just, I know I got it. And I know, I got to go through different things. I do take medication for it once a month. I get infusions once a month for it. So, and it's basically just to help slow the progression of it because It's not curable, but so I guess the medicine helps. You know, so that's kind of where I am with it now.
Okay, so I don't have the progressive MS where it just goes super fast. Mine is like relapsing, remitting. So I can have a flare up and then it'll bring on a whole new demon. So you try to keep that down as much. So you take your therapy, you make sure you're exercising, you're doing the things that you should do, especially keeping the stress down. So you don't have a flare up and then, you know, be somewhere looking crazy. I found out I had MS 2011. I found out I woke up and I just couldn't see out of my left eye. And they did a million tests. I mean, eye doctors and everything. They were so far from what was really the truth of me having MS. So they finally figured it out. Okay, cool. So that's optic neuritis that I still have. So I can't see out of my left eye at all. Pretty much, it's just real gray. It's like gray. And but the worst flare up was, it might have been I found out 2011, 2013. It was some detrimental stuff that happened in my life, and it caused me to stress out real bad. And then the stress plus not taking the therapy, which is your medicine, I had a flare up. My left leg went completely numb. Of course, my left eye was still jacked, and then I couldn't focus as far as my eyes. Everything was like so I had to wear like sunglasses or eye patch because I couldn't focus. I couldn't read. So I would listen to audiobooks. And then they finally put me on a steroid where the nurse would come in and it's IV drip. And I just prayed that at least my left leg would come back. And it did. So that medicine helped. So I had promised if I was ever to get that feeling back that I'm able to walk again, I will make sure I did my therapy medicine. And so that's why I'm a stickler for it, because it took me down. I mean, couldn't walk, eyes couldn't focus, they were jumping, like it was bad. I still get angry because by me, I had two little girls, I have twin girls, and they were maybe 8 or 9, something like that. And I was I'm just like, no, I'm young, like, why do I have to have MS? I don't want it. And then, of course, back then, it's funny because it's been, oh man, what is this, 2020? What do you mean, 2022? So is it 12 years now or 10 years? Something like that. The medicine has progressed. But back then, you really didn't see a lot of the things you see now. So you were scared. I was scared, angry, scared, and just like feeling like it's just not fair. So for someone that's just finding out they have MS, you're gonna be okay. Like, I'm not ever gonna be like, give this promise or anything, because hell, we don't know, but you will be okay.
Because everybody's MS is different.
Yeah, everyone's is different. So you'll be okay though, because when it comes down to it, you still don't have my mind. Mm-hmm. Like, you just don't. So you'll be okay.